In advance of an expected vote to impeach the U.S. president in the House of Representatives, Donald Trump slammed the case against him.
The whole impeachment thing is a hoax. We look forward to getting onto the Senate. We're not entitled to lawyers. We're not entitled to witnesses. We're not entitled to anything in the House. It's a total sham.
Those Oval Office statements echoed the sentiments of a 6-page letter on official letterhead that Trump sent to Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, accusing her of conducting an illegal partisan coup. Trump goes on to say, by proceeding with your invalid impeachment, you are violating your oaths of office. You are breaking your allegiance to the Constitution, and you are declaring open war on American democracy. President Trump is expected to be impeached in the House on 2 articles, abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Trump says he wrote his letter to the House Speaker to create a permanent record of his thoughts on the historic vote. Trump maintains he committed no wrongdoing when last July in a phone call he asked the Ukrainian president for a favor to help unearth corruption involving his political rival, former Vice President Joe Biden.
We must act with a sense of urgency to protect our democracy.
On Capitol Hill, as Democrats battled opposition Republicans over the terms of the impending impeachment vote, Democrats defended their desire to impeach Trump, arguing it's the only way to preserve the integrity of the upcoming 2020 presidential vote.
Given that an unrepentant president considers his behavior perfect, given that he thinks the Constitution empowers him to do whatever he wants, given that he and his team are still awaiting President Zelensky's statement about investigating Joe Biden, we can only ask what the 2020 election will be like, or indeed what any future election in America will be like if we just let this misconduct go.
But in his letter, Trump disputed Democrats' motives, writing, as you know very well, this impeachment drive has nothing to do with Ukraine or the totally appropriate conversation I had with its new president. It only has to do with your attempt to undo the election of 2016 and steal the election of 2020. And despite efforts by the White House to block witness testimony during the impeachment inquiry, Trump has accused Democrats of denying him due process, likening his treatment to the Salem witch trials of the 1600s, where those falsely accused of witchcraft were executed. It's a message that seems geared to Trump supporters, a rallying cry Trump's letter says could propel him to re-election. Kimberly, Halkett, Aljazeera, the White House.